nervous because I'm here now.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 410 Sports Talk. I'm Glenn Martin here with my co-host James Haskell. And in this episode, we're going to discuss the recent tweet of a Bengals linebacker, Mr. Germaine Pratt, who may have just given the Ravens a little bulletin board material, which could be a mistake heading into their Week 17 matchup. So, Jimmy, let us know what Mr. Germaine Pratt has to say.
Yeah, it must be 2021 if you got – come on, man. You're talking trash over social media. Come on. So, anyway, this is the context for you guys. The NFL, of course, the verified Twitter account of the NFL tweeted out, will the Ravens make it to wild card weekend? And then at the bottom, there's a little graphic, and then it gives the scenarios. If we win or the Browns lose or the Colts lose, we're in. And he tweets, Germaine Pratt, linebacker from the Bengals, tweets, nope, over for them. So shots fired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, let me say this. When you're a 4-win team, you're in no position to talk trash, number one. Number two, why? Look, if I'm him, why are you poking the bear? You already know that Lamar Jackson reads all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Josh has told us that Lamar sees it. He's on his phone all the time because he's from a generation that grew up with a phone in their hand.
Yep.
Why would you do this? I don't get poking the bear. It doesn't make sense to me, right?
No, it is. I think it's foolish. And I can point to an example. I don't have to go back very far. Just last night, I look at the Clemson game against Ohio State. Most people had Clemson just throttling Ohio State with Trevor Lawrence at the helm. It's kind of the battle of who's going to be the number 1 or number 2 pick in the draft, with Fields going against Lawrence. But all before the game, all they talked about was Coach Dabo Swinney of Clemson and his comments before the game got when they announced the seeding for the college football playoff. He said that Ohio State did not deserve to be there. They only had 6 wins. They only played in 6 games. And he had them rated as his 11th best team in his personal coaches poll. Well, you don't think that Ohio State took that personally? You want to call us the 11th? They went out there and beat the brakes off of Clemson. And then the whole team was chanting Dabo, Dabo, Dabo. And why is that? He fired up the entire opposing team by saying they weren't good enough to be there. Not only were they not good enough to be there, he had them outside the top 10, much less the top 4. So he provided them with so much. And I guarantee everyone in the locker room of the Baltimore Ravens has seen that tweet. Now, some will be more offended than others. Some will use it as motivation more than others. But I guarantee all have seen it, and all are like, what is this guy thinking? I mean, now let me break him down a little bit, because the guy does play a lot. It's not like it's a fringe player. I mean, the guy's played he's played in all 15 games. He started 14 of those. He's got 81 combined tackles on the season. I think he's played about 65% of their total defensive snaps. So the guy plays a lot. But, man, if I'm his teammate next to him, I'm going, well, now I got to cash this check that your mouth just wrote. And look, you done fired up a team who's already looking at this as a playoff game.
Yeah, I thought it was ridiculous. And I love that the Ravens media is doing their best to make sure the Ravens see this, and the fans are hyped up by it. Like, I really like Sarah Ellison's tweets. Like, she does a really good job breaking out stats and things like that. Mm-hmm. She made sure to screenshot this.
Yep.
And show it to everyone. I love that. And, I think that it's, like you said, it's just the extra ammunition, like we needed anymore. The extra ammunition that they needed just to put him over the top. Because Lamar, in his most recent interview with our guy and guest of the show, Evan Washburn, that's right, said that they like being hated a little bit. They like being underestimated and the underdog a little bit, because, that just puts a chip on their shoulder. And so I think that it just does that. It puts a little chip on their shoulder, and I'm excited to see the outcome. I tell you what, man, I think that he might regret that when he sees old 35 coming at him.
Well, if 35's healthy enough to go,
he's healthy.
I agree with you. Either way, whoever's coming out of that backfield with the ball in his hand, he better watch out. But last thing I'll say on this, and why I'm happy this happened, we heard from Lamar last season when he mentioned that they may have overlooked the Tennessee Titans and going into that game, kind of looking ahead to the Chiefs. Well, this certainly, I don't think that this is going to be the case this year. I think they've learned from that mistake, but this certainly helps bolster that idea that they're not, they're looking at this game as a playoff game already. This guy's already running his mouth saying that they're looking forward to playing that role of spoiler. Okay. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen. I mean, I think that this just furthers that that there's no chance that they overlook this team. There's no chance that they go into this team or go into this game with this air of confidence that we can just show up and we'll win. No, they're taking this game extremely seriously, both from all the way to the top with the coaching and Eric DaCosta bringing in that punter from Kansas City, Johnny Townsend, to make sure that there's not even an issue in that category, which I'm sure, we could get by with Justin Tucker or just going for it on all the fourth and manageables that we can get our hands on. But I love the fact that there is no chance now that this game will be overlooked. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
That's right. So Bengals, keep talking trash.
Yeah, bring it on.
We're here for it. We love it all. We can't wait to suit up. I'm suiting up on Sunday.
I'm putting a helmet on, Jim. I'm putting eye black on at my house.
Put the beer cans on the side and get the straws on each side.
That's right.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. You for it? Do you like it? Do you think it will have an impact on the edge that the Ravens play with like it did for Ohio State? And we'll talk to you guys soon.
See you.